Have you ever considered how masturbation impacts the lives of older adults? In this video, we're going to explore the often overlooked role that this intimate practice plays in the well-being of seniors. As we age, conversations about sexual health tend to fade into the background, but maintaining sexual well-being is a key component of overall health at any stage of life. We'll dive into the physical, emotional, and mental benefits of masturbation for older individuals, such as improved circulation, better sleep, and reduced stress. Not only can it help boost self-esteem and body positivity, but it can also enhance emotional connection to oneself, promoting a greater sense of vitality and quality of life. We'll also take the time to debunk some common myths about aging and sexuality, clearing up misconceptions about what's normal or healthy for seniors. And while masturbation can be an empowering and fulfilling practice, we'll also discuss the challenges that can come with it, such as physical limitations, changes in libido, and evolving emotional needs as we age. Whether you're seeking to improve your own sexual health or support a loved one in their journey toward well-being, this video will offer valuable insights and practical guidance. Stick with us until the end to discover how to navigate the natural changes that come with aging, empowered, informed, and ready to live your best, most fulfilling life. As we age, it becomes increasingly essential to consider how various activities impact our overall well-being, both physically and emotionally. One such activity that often goes unnoticed in discussions about elderly health is masturbation. For many, the idea of self-pleasure in older adulthood may seem unnecessary or even taboo. However, a closer examination reveals that this practice can hold profound significance, offering important benefits for individuals as they navigate the later stages of life. In this discussion, we will explore how masturbation can influence the physical and emotional well-being of elderly individuals, challenge the myths that surround the notion of pleasure in old age, and uncover the realities of how this intimate act can positively, and at times, negatively, impact their lives. This conversation is particularly relevant for adults who are entering or are already in the second half of their lives, a time when both the body and emotional perspectives undergo significant transformations. While it may be tempting to dismiss topics like masturbation as being exclusively for the young, the truth is that sexual desire and the need for intimacy do not simply vanish with age. In fact, many people continue to experience these desires throughout their lives, and masturbation can serve as a vital expression of that ongoing sexuality. Masturbation is a natural, healthy way for individuals to engage with their bodies and emotions, and it can bring not only physical pleasure but also emotional and psychological benefits at any stage of life. In elderly adulthood, this practice can help individuals maintain a sense of connection to themselves, offering moments of relief from stress, anxiety, and feelings of loneliness. For many, it provides a means of continuing to explore and express their sexuality when other forms of intimate connection may be less accessible due to physical limitations, loss of a partner, or other factors. Moreover, the act of self-pleasure can contribute to physical well-being. It can help promote circulation, alleviate tension, and even improve sleep quality. It can also support the maintenance of sexual function and arousal, which are essential aspects of overall vitality, even in later years. On an emotional level, masturbation can act as a source of comfort, offering a sense of control, relaxation, and satisfaction that enhances self-esteem and fosters a positive body image. Unfortunately, misconceptions about sexuality in older adults often persist, contributing to a stigma around masturbation in later life. Society may regard sexual desire as something that diminishes with age, leading to feelings of shame or embarrassment for those who continue to seek pleasure. Additionally, the physical changes that come with aging, such as decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, or vaginal dryness, can further complicate one's relationship with sexual activity, even though these challenges are often manageable with the right support or adjustments. The myths surrounding these issues must be dismantled to create an environment in which older adults can embrace their sexuality and engage in intimate practices without judgment or guilt. The reality is that sexuality, including masturbation, is an integral part of human life, one that can continue to contribute to well-being well into the later years. For older adults, the act of self-pleasure may become even more important as a source of self-care, promoting emotional resilience and well-being during times of physical and emotional change. Just as with younger people, masturbation in older adults is not only about seeking pleasure for its own sake, but also about maintaining a deep, ongoing connection to oneself and body in ways that nourish both the mind and body. Embrace the role that sexuality, and specifically masturbation, can play in the lives of older adults. Rather than being viewed as a practice reserved for the young, self-pleasure is a timeless and essential part of maintaining well-being across the lifespan. For centuries, it has been a method by which individuals engage with their bodies, not only to experience pleasure but also to find relief from stress, anxiety, or emotional tension. Whether as a moment of relaxation or as a form of self-exploration, masturbation offers an intimate way for people to connect with their own bodies. In fact, for some, it becomes a tool for self-soothing and an affirmation of one's autonomy, especially in later years when many aspects of life may feel unpredictable or beyond one's control. In youth, masturbation often carries an air of curiosity, experimentation, and discovery, intertwined with the pressures of societal expectations. It's a phase marked by exploration, both of one's body and of the evolving understanding of sexuality. Many young people navigate this time while grappling with external pressures, questions of performance, desirability, or conforming to the cultural ideals of beauty and sexual prowess. However, as we age, the role and significance of masturbation gradually shifts. It becomes less about the need to measure up to others' expectations or to chase fleeting moments of thrill, and more about cultivating a deeper sense of personal fulfillment, comfort, and self-discovery. In later life, it can become a private sanctuary, an act of self-affirmation, where one is completely in control, free from the external pressures that often accompany relationships or sex with a partner. As the body naturally changes with age, so too do the dynamics of sexual desire and function. Hormonal shifts, such as the decline in testosterone in men and estrogen in women, can impact how often and how intensely sexual desire is experienced. For many older adults, these changes might initially seem like a sign that their sexual lives are dwindling or coming to an end. However, this assumption overlooks a crucial truth: while the frequency and intensity of sexual desire may decrease, the capacity for pleasure and intimacy does not simply vanish. On the contrary, it often evolves, offering new opportunities for exploration. In fact, masturbation in later years can become even more important as it provides a space to adapt to a changing body and discover new ways to experience pleasure. For many older adults, masturbation presents a form of sexual agency that remains entirely within their control. It allows them to continue exploring their bodies without the societal pressures that often come with partnered sex. In youth and middle age, sexual experiences are often laden with external expectations, whether it's about performance, frequency, physical appearance, or the perceived ability to satisfy a partner. These expectations, and the anxiety that accompanies them, can create barriers to genuine connection and self-acceptance. However, as one grows older, these pressures tend to dissipate, leaving behind a space where sexual expression becomes entirely personal and individualized. Here, masturbation can take on a new meaning, a liberating act that allows individuals to focus on their own needs, desires, and pleasures, without the constraints of meeting someone else's standards or expectations. In older age, the act of self-pleasure can be profoundly empowering. It offers a chance for individuals to reconnect with their bodies in a meaningful, nurturing way. This can be especially valuable as people age and may begin to experience changes in physical appearance, health, and stamina. For some, these changes may lead to a sense of disconnection or frustration, but masturbation can be an important means of maintaining a sense of control over one's body and one's own sexual experience. It helps individuals stay attuned to their evolving needs and desires, allowing them to explore and adapt in ways that feel comfortable and fulfilling. In addition to its physical benefits, masturbation in later life also carries emotional and psychological advantages. It fosters a sense of well-being and contentment, helping to alleviate stress, anxiety, and feelings of loneliness or isolation. It can become a deeply intimate moment of self-care, providing not just physical pleasure, but also an emotional release, comfort, and even joy. As we age, finding moments of pleasure and connection with ourselves becomes increasingly important for maintaining a positive sense of self and emotional balance. Masturbation, in this sense, can become a source of self-affirmation, a reminder that one is worthy of pleasure and care, regardless of age or changing circumstances. For many older adults, masturbation offers a kind of sexual freedom that cannot be found in any other aspect of life. It allows for exploration without fear of judgment or rejection, providing a safe space to understand one's desires without the need to conform to societal expectations of how sex should look or feel. The experience can be a celebration of one's own body, a way to affirm personal autonomy, and a practice of acceptance, one that acknowledges and embraces the physical and emotional changes that come with aging. In this way, masturbation can serve as an act of resistance against the notion that aging should equate to a diminished sense of sexuality or personal vitality. It is an essential form of self-connection, self-discovery, and self-care. It allows individuals to stay engaged with their bodies, to continue experiencing pleasure, and to affirm their own agency over their sexuality, no matter the stage of life they are in. Rather than seeing it as a sign of decline, we can view masturbation as a testament to resilience, an act that celebrates the ongoing ability to explore and enjoy one's body, even as it changes with time. And, in doing so, it fosters a sense of empowerment, satisfaction, and well-being that transcends age. It is also a vital part of human experience that evolves alongside us throughout life. It is a practice that holds different meanings at different stages, but in older age, it becomes a deeply personal ritual, one that offers an enduring connection to our bodies, a sense of control over our pleasure, and an intimate affirmation of our worth and vitality. That can cultivate a profound sense of control and autonomy over one's body. As we age, we often experience the loss of independence, whether due to health challenges, mobility limitations, or the need for assistance with daily tasks. In this context, engaging in self-pleasure can serve as a powerful reminder that we still retain ownership over certain aspects of our bodies and lives. This ability to engage in and enjoy intimate experiences, regardless of other changes, provides a comforting sense of empowerment. It reminds us that aspects of life's pleasure and joy are still within reach, even as other things may evolve or diminish. This sense of autonomy can play an important role in fostering an overall sense of self-confidence and well-being. It's also important to recognize that society often places too much emphasis on youth in relation to sexual pleasure, neglecting the fact that older adults have just as much right to experience intimacy, connection, and joy as anyone else. The notion that sexual pleasure has an expiration date is not only outdated, but it is also harmful. Such beliefs can perpetuate feelings of shame or guilt around natural desires, making individuals feel as though they are somehow no longer worthy of pleasure simply because they are aging. By embracing masturbation as a healthy, normal part of life at any age, we can work to shift this outdated narrative. In doing so, we can create an environment where older individuals feel empowered to explore and enjoy their bodies and desires without fear of judgment or societal stigma. There is something deeply beautiful and profoundly human about the act of self-pleasure in old age. It speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, to our unyielding desire to find joy and connection within ourselves, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It is a reminder that pleasure, in all its forms, is not something reserved only for the young, but rather a fundamental, timeless aspect of our human experience. As we grow older, our relationship to pleasure may shift, but the need for it, and the capacity to enjoy it, remains just as vital as ever. Masturbation is a lifelong pursuit that can offer comfort, healing, and happiness. Yet, in many cultures, it is still shrouded in stigma, particularly when it comes to older adults. As we continue to redefine aging and question what it means to grow older, we must also expand the way we think about and talk about sexuality. Masturbation, far from being a trivial or shameful act, is an important aspect of both physical and emotional health. It allows us to remain connected with our bodies, to affirm our capacity for pleasure, and to find moments of solace and intimacy within ourselves. The simple, yet profound act of self-pleasure holds the power to nurture our well-being in ways that are often overlooked. It can be seen as a form of self-care, an intimate ritual that honors the body and all it is capable of, no matter our age. It is a practice that encourages us to embrace our bodies with love and compassion, offering a form of self-acceptance that is essential for our overall sense of well-being. In doing so, we are reminded that our bodies are still worthy of attention, still deserving of affection and joy, even as they change over time. Whether or not one chooses to engage in masturbation during later years is, of course, a deeply personal decision. But by opening up this conversation, we create space for older individuals to feel empowered in their choices, to reclaim their right to pleasure, and to embrace their bodies with love, compassion, and acceptance. Pleasure does not have an expiration date. It simply evolves, just as we do. As we grow older, our desires, our needs, and the ways in which we seek joy may change, but the pursuit of pleasure, and the ability to experience it, continues to be an essential part of being human. When we take a closer look at the impact of masturbation on older individuals, we see that it can provide both physical and psychological benefits that are deeply meaningful, especially in the context of aging. One of the most immediate and tangible physical benefits that older adults often experience from regular self-pleasure is relief from physical discomfort and tension. This, in turn, can have a significant impact on overall sleep quality, an area of health that becomes increasingly important as we age. Sleep is a cornerstone of well-being, particularly for older adults. It is essential for the body's ability to heal, recharge, and regulate both physical and emotional health. Unfortunately, as we age, sleep can often become elusive, with factors like stress, pain, or even hormonal shifts interfering with our ability to rest deeply and restore energy. For many older adults, the soothing release that comes with self-pleasure can make the difference between restless nights and restful, rejuvenating sleep. The relaxation and endorphin release that follow orgasm can promote a sense of calm, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the night. This improvement in sleep quality is not only crucial for physical health but also for emotional and mental clarity. Engaging in masturbation can also help maintain or even enhance psychological well-being. The act of self-pleasure can promote a deeper sense of connection to the body, helping older individuals to maintain a sense of agency and personal autonomy. As we age, it is common to experience a sense of disconnection from our bodies, especially if they begin to change in ways that are perceived as less desirable. But by engaging in self-pleasure, older adults can reaffirm that their bodies are still capable of experiencing joy, pleasure, and intimacy. This act can serve as a powerful reminder that the body remains a source of vitality, despite the passage of time. That also helps combat feelings of loneliness or isolation that can sometimes come with aging. It can provide an emotional release, a moment of intimacy, and a sense of comfort that many older individuals may crave, particularly if they have lost a partner or if physical intimacy with others has become more challenging. The act of self-pleasure can become an essential practice of self-compassion, allowing older adults to nurture themselves and affirm their worth, even when external sources of affection or connection may be limited. By breaking down the societal stigma surrounding sexuality in later life, we can encourage a healthier, more open dialogue about how older individuals can experience and embrace their sexuality in all its forms. We must challenge outdated narratives that associate sexual activity with youthfulness alone, and instead promote a more inclusive understanding that pleasure, self-expression, and intimacy are lifelong pursuits. Masturbation, as a natural and beneficial part of this pursuit, should be seen not as a mark of physical decline, but as a powerful act of self-respect, self-love, and self-care. It is crucial, therefore, that we create an environment in which older individuals feel empowered to explore their desires and engage in practices that bring them joy, without fear of shame or judgment. By fostering conversations about sexual well-being at all ages, we are contributing to a more compassionate, inclusive, and affirming vision of aging. When we view aging through the lens of vitality rather than decline, we open the door to new possibilities, new ways of understanding ourselves, and new ways of experiencing pleasure. Beyond the physical aspect, masturbation offers profound psychological benefits that are often overlooked, especially as we age. One of the most meaningful and beautiful aspects of self-pleasure is its ability to foster self-knowledge. Engaging in masturbation allows for a deeper connection with one's body and desires, a form of empowerment that transcends age but may hold even greater significance in older adulthood. As people grow older, many experience a loss of control over their bodies, whether due to illness, diminished physical abilities, or the societal narrative that often frames aging as synonymous with decline. Masturbation, however, can serve as a personal act of reclamation, enabling older adults to reconnect with their bodies in a deeply intimate way, asserting ownership over their physical and emotional experience. For many seniors, the body can become a source of frustration, a reminder of limitations, aches, and pains, contributing to a decline in self-esteem. Yet through masturbation, they can rediscover a sense of joy in their own skin, transforming the body from a vessel of discomfort to a source of pleasure and affirmation. This shift can be profoundly healing, reinforcing a sense of self-worth that may have been eroded by time. Instead of viewing themselves through the narrow lens of loss, individuals can start to see their bodies as capable, beautiful, and deserving of pleasure. This act of self-love can bolster self-esteem in ways that permeate every aspect of life, influencing how they view themselves within the world. Aging does not have to mean relinquishing ownership of one's body or the right to experience pleasure. Masturbation can be a powerful reminder that pleasure, in all its forms, is a birthright that does not fade with age. However, like all forms of joy, balance is key. While masturbation offers many benefits, it is important to approach it with mindfulness, especially as one ages. Excessive or compulsive masturbation can lead to unintended consequences, both physical and emotional. Physically, overstimulation of the genital nerves can cause hypersensitivity, which may temporarily dull sensation, making it harder to achieve the same level of pleasure. This could lead to frustration as individuals find themselves needing more intense stimulation to reach satisfaction, potentially causing anxiety and diminishing the joy that self-pleasure once brought. the emotional impact of excessive masturbation can be even more profound. In some cases, masturbation can evolve into an emotional escape. Aging, with all its complexities, often brings with it feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression, especially when social or family connections begin to weaken. In these moments, masturbation may offer temporary solace, a break from the emotional weight of aging, providing a momentary sense of comfort and release. But when it becomes the primary source of emotional relief, a dangerous cycle can emerge. Individuals may begin to withdraw from seeking affection, companionship, or emotional support from others, instead turning inward, relying solely on the practice of self-stimulation for comfort. This can exacerbate an already serious issue among the elderly: social isolation. When masturbation becomes the primary or only source of emotional comfort, it reinforces isolation, making it harder for individuals to reach out for the meaningful human connection they so deeply need. The desire for connection, whether physical, emotional, or social, remains strong throughout life. Older adults are no different from their younger counterparts in this regard. While masturbation can be an empowering and healthy way to stay connected with one's body and emotions, it should not be used as a substitute for the vital relationships and social bonds that sustain us. As humans, we thrive on connection. Love, support, and intimacy, whether shared in the embrace of a friend, the words of a loved one, or a simple moment of companionship, are essential at every stage of life. In our view, masturbation can be an incredibly valuable tool for self-care, healing, and maintaining a positive relationship with our bodies as we age. It offers older individuals a means to experience pleasure, intimacy, and connection with themselves on their own terms, something that can become increasingly important as we navigate the complexities of later life. It is a form of self-expression that allows us to explore our sexuality, maintain a sense of autonomy over our bodies, and continue to enjoy the physical and emotional benefits of sexual release. However, as with all things related to well-being, balance is key. Masturbation, when approached mindfully and with moderation, can be a significant component of a broader approach to self-care that encompasses emotional well-being, physical health, and social connection. As we age, it is important to recognize that sexual health remains an integral part of overall health. The act of self-pleasure can promote relaxation, alleviate stress, improve sleep, and even enhance mood through the release of endorphins and other neurochemicals. Moreover, it can help older individuals maintain a sense of sexual identity and autonomy, particularly for those who may not have access to or are unable to engage in sexual relationships with partners. Yet, while masturbation offers these many benefits, we must also be cautious not to let it become a substitute for other critical aspects of life, such as maintaining emotional connections, physical activity, and engaging in fulfilling social interactions. It is essential that we integrate it into a holistic approach to self-care, where it coexists with other meaningful activities, rather than allowing it to dominate or interfere with them. Medical research has consistently supported the notion that masturbation in older age is neither harmful nor inherently problematic when practiced in moderation. In fact, many studies suggest that sexual expression, including self-stimulation, can contribute positively to well-being in older adults. Self-pleasure has been linked to improved sexual health, enhanced self-esteem, and even better cardiovascular health. In this sense, it serves as a form of self-care that can complement other healthy behaviors such as maintaining a balanced diet, staying physically active, and nurturing relationships. However, it's important to recognize that like any habitual activity, excessive masturbation can lead to unintended physical, emotional, and social challenges. One of the most frequently mentioned concerns in medical literature is the potential for physical and mental fatigue that may result from frequent or compulsive self-stimulation. As we age, our energy reserves naturally decline, and activities that demand significant physical or emotional investment can leave us feeling drained. Excessive masturbation may lead to feelings of lethargy, exhaustion, or depletion, which can interfere with our ability to engage fully in other areas of life, whether that be maintaining a regular exercise routine, participating in social activities, or even enjoying the simple pleasures of daily life. When we begin to notice that masturbation is negatively impacting our physical health or energy levels, it may be a sign that the balance has shifted. For example, if excessive self-pleasure leads to a lack of motivation to engage in regular physical exercise, such as walking, strength training, or cardiovascular activity, it could contribute to a decline in mobility, balance, and cardiovascular health. These are critical aspects of aging well, as maintaining physical activity is essential for maintaining independence and quality of life as we grow older. Similarly, excessive masturbation can also take a toll on our emotional and social well-being. Studies have pointed to the impact that compulsive self-stimulation can have on interpersonal relationships, particularly for older individuals who are in romantic partnerships. While it's true that many older adults live alone and may turn to masturbation to fulfill their sexual needs, for those in relationships, there is the potential for it to disrupt shared intimacy with a partner. In relationships, intimacy is often built on emotional closeness, physical affection, and shared experiences. When masturbation becomes excessive, it can start to replace or diminish the desire for these vital forms of connection. Frequent self-stimulation may become a substitute for pursuing sexual intimacy with a partner, which can create a sense of emotional distance or disconnect. This growing gap, both physical and emotional, can weaken the bond between partners, making it harder to maintain the warmth and closeness that are essential to a fulfilling relationship, especially as we age and may rely more heavily on companionship. It's also worth noting that the role of touch in intimacy in later life cannot be understated. As we age, the need for physical touch and human connection becomes more pronounced, not only for maintaining emotional well-being but also for overall health. The physical and emotional benefits of shared intimacy with a partner, whether it be through affectionate touch, cuddling, or sexual expression, are significant. These forms of connection help release oxytocin, a hormone associated with bonding and happiness, and can play a crucial role in reducing feelings of loneliness and isolation, which are all too common among older adults. When masturbation becomes a substitute for these essential experiences, it can lead to a sense of disconnection from others, exacerbating feelings of loneliness or emotional withdrawal. Medical research consistently supports the notion that, when practiced in moderation, masturbation can be a healthy and even beneficial activity for older individuals. It promotes physical well-being, sexual health, and emotional satisfaction. However, like any habit, when taken to excess, it can bring about certain physical, emotional, and social challenges. From a clinical perspective, masturbation in itself is not harmful, but if it becomes excessive, especially if it turns into a compulsive behavior, it can have negative consequences that affect an individual's overall quality of life. One of the most common concerns highlighted in medical literature is the potential for physical and mental fatigue caused by excessive masturbation. As we age, our energy reserves naturally decline, and activities that require significant physical or emotional investment can quickly lead to exhaustion. When masturbation is practiced too frequently, it may result in feelings of lethargy or fatigue, which could hinder our ability to engage in other essential activities, such as exercise, socializing, or even simple daily routines. This is particularly concerning because regular physical activity, whether it's walking, strength training, or cardio exercises, is crucial for maintaining mobility, balance, and heart health, especially in later years. If excessive masturbation diminishes our motivation to participate in these activities, it could contribute to a general decline in physical health, which is something we need to be mindful of as we age. Additionally, there are social and interpersonal factors to consider, particularly for those in relationships. While many older individuals live alone and may rely on masturbation as a way to fulfill their sexual needs, those in committed relationships might face challenges. In some cases, frequent self-stimulation can interfere with shared intimacy with a partner. Rather than fostering closeness, it can create a sense of emotional distance and reduce the desire for physical or emotional connection, which is particularly problematic in later life, when shared companionship and touch are even more vital. This physical and emotional gap can make it more difficult to maintain healthy, fulfilling relationships. Finding balance is critical. While masturbation can be an important form of personal self-care, it should not overshadow or replace the intimate connections that partners build together, especially in later stages of life when shared affection and physical closeness are essential for emotional well-being. Psychologically, the effects of excessive masturbation can be complicated, especially for individuals who grew up in more conservative or restrictive environments where sexuality was stigmatized or suppressed. For many older individuals, engaging in masturbation may trigger feelings of guilt or shame, due to internalized cultural or religious beliefs that associate self-pleasure with something sinful or inappropriate. These emotions can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, or even depression, all of which can compromise overall emotional health. For anyone experiencing these feelings, it's important to remember that sexuality is a natural and healthy part of life, no matter our age. There should be no shame in experiencing pleasure, whether alone or with a partner. Excessive masturbation can also lead to feelings of isolation, especially if it becomes a way to avoid social interaction or emotional vulnerability. For some elderly individuals, self-stimulation may serve as an escape from loneliness, grief, or other negative emotions. While it may provide temporary relief, we should be cautious not to let masturbation become a substitute for meaningful social connections or emotional support. Over-reliance on masturbation as a coping mechanism can deepen feelings of isolation, pushing us further away from opportunities for companionship, affection, and genuine human contact. In such cases, therapy or counseling can be extremely helpful. By addressing the underlying emotional issues, such as guilt, shame, or loneliness, individuals can develop healthier attitudes towards their sexuality and find more balanced ways to meet their emotional and sexual needs. Speaking with a therapist or confiding in trusted loved ones can help alleviate emotional burdens and encourage more positive, fulfilling relationships. As we reflect on these points, it becomes clear that masturbation in old age, when practiced in moderation, can offer significant physical and emotional benefits. However, finding balance is key to ensuring that it remains a healthy and fulfilling part of life. We would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. What have you learned so far? How can you apply these insights to your own life or the life of someone you care about? If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to continue creating valuable content for you.